Hi, everyone. My name is Peggy DeArmond, and we are all here to learn about makeup and the Savvy Mineral line, which has really transformed um, so much that, products that we use every day typically have had so many unregulated chemicals in them. Vanessa, tell us a little bit about that, because what you wrote up about that was really eye opening.
Personal care products have not been regulated in the United States since as far back as the Great Depression, which is really scary because what that means is our products can contain basically anything, and the FDA does not regulate that. There's no testing required before anything is put on the market. So we could go to the store and buy a personal care product. I could pick up a lip gloss, I pick up a mascara, and it does not have to have any testing or any regulatory standards done for it to be put on the market and sold. And this leads back to the Great Depression. Um, that is far too long and far too scary for any standards to have been made. We know that personal care products that we get from, let's say, CVS can contain asbestos, formaldehyde, lead. None of this we want on our body. Personal care products that we use on our skin goes right into our bloodstream. There's like a factoid that the average woman eats 7 pounds of lip gloss or lipstick a year if you're a lipstick wearer. So you could be eating 7 pounds of lead, 7 pounds of poisonous toxic ingredients. Um, Other countries outside of the United States have put standards on this. So some of the European countries have been really working hard to ban some of these products that the United States is really far behind on. So other countries have banned around 1,300 ingredients, such as Europe. They have a whole set of standards for their personal care and makeup products. However, Young Living is now one of the leaders banning over 2,500 ingredients from their makeup line, which is called Savvy Minerals. And that's really, really important that we are part of the new standard of clean beauty because the FDA doesn't care and they're not regulating it. And that's a really scary statistic. If anybody, I'm not a huge makeup wearer, especially this whole past year. And actually, my sister's company, when everybody switched over, they actually made a policy for Zooms. Nobody's allowed to wear makeup to work anymore. um, because everybody wanted like a comfortable environment. Everybody knew they were from home, so they created this new policy. But I do Zoom meetings throughout the day, and I will never go without my lip gloss. So it makes me feel a little bit more human through this whole year. It makes me feel a little bit like peppier on screen, makes me feel a little bit more alive. So I want to know that what I'm putting on my lips, which ultimately is going in my body, has some kind of regulated standard. So if you're a Young Living member already, you know that the essential oils have what we call the seed to seal guarantee. And that is across the board for Young Living as a company. And that includes the Savvy Minerals line of makeup that whatever is put in it is going to meet those standards. And Young Living has guaranteed that over 2,500 ingredients will never touch their makeup, which is amazing. And amazing that we can get it at our fingertips. We can get it at 24% off, and we can use points to cash in for it. If you're on Essential Rewards, you can get your lip gloss for free. And also be rest assured that it's free of any crud or crap that you don't want being put on your body. So it's really shocking that the United States has not yet caught up.
Well, it's really quite eye-opening what you've told us, and we know that the United States allows far many more chemicals than other civilized nations. We're
Mhm.
supposed to be a first world country here. Yet, the last statistic, and I don't know, this may have changed, was that in terms of mortality rates, US is number 44. Way,
Mm.
way, 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 way. And I would attribute that largely to toxins in everything because these toxins that you put on your body absorb and they don't
Mhm.
go away, and
Right.
that accumulates in your body, in your cells, causing cell atrophy and death and all kinds of horrible, a lot of these toxic ingredients are carcinogenic. We know they're endocrine disruptors. And interestingly enough, in terms of makeup and skin care, a lot of the ingredients they put in these may temporarily maybe make your skin look smoother, and it maybe not is for those of us who are older, less wrinkles and stuff, but actually create that. So they may the appearance of it, but actually they're degrading the texture of the skin every
Yeah.
time you use it. So it's this is very, very important, and I think people don't realize that what we put on our skin is as important as what we put inside our body.
Right. And just one last thing I want to share before we keep moving is that we are going to have two fun giveaways. And since I was just talking about lipstick and lip gloss, I have an amazing lipstick here. I don't know if you guys can see the color. It's really fun and really bright and really vibrant. And this is going to be going to a lucky winner tonight. This one is called Mic Drop. And then we
Oh,
also have
wow.
another giveaway of a liquid concealer. So anybody who's on the call, Kisan there has a liquid concealer. We're going to be talking all about the Savvy products tonight, all what's in the amazing lineup. Hisan's going to do an awesome tutorial for us, and we're going to be doing two giveaways. So I will be putting everybody's name on a wheel who's in attendance here tonight. And then, at the end, we'll do a fun spin.
I love
A
your
quick
wheel.
question. I have a quick question, and I hope I'm not. I hope we can kind of figure out the answer to this. I think we kind of already did with what Vanessa shared, but I get the feedback that I get when I tell people who are sensitive to makeup, you should try Savvy Minerals makeup, and the word minerals is in there, right? And they'll say, "Oh, I already tried Bare Minerals because that's a popular brand," and they'll say, that didn't work for them. So how, I guess I get kind of stuck at that point in the conversation because like, no, ours is different, but it's mineral makeup, right? So I guess it's
Well,
just
Bare Minerals has toxic ingredients in it. Like
yeah, it's
yeah, it has a
still
lot
not
of
clean.
it's not. It's very
Even though it's
toxic actually.
Bare Minerals and their marketing makes it sound like it's clean.
Yeah, no, they have talc and all kinds of endocrine disrupting ingredients in their stuff. So
Yeah.
but people who use Bare Minerals, it makes an easy transition to Savvy because it's powder. So it's easier for them to kind of transition, I think, than like if they're using non-powdered makeup.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
I've noticed since I have used other mineral makeup that they just don't look as good. It's like coarser. I mean, the Young Living Savvy goes on so smooth, and it doesn't like cover your skin. It's like the beauty of your beauty kind of shines out through it. It kind of it's almost like it puts a gleam you know, without clogging. And I've always been very sensitive to stuff put on my face. And this is like completely different than any other mineral makeup that I've used. So, you know, that's, you know, that would be, I just tell your own personal story of what it was like before. I mean, I remember anything I put on my skin made my skin break out. And once I switched to the Young Living products, you know, and before I was like either really oily or really dry. And it's really interesting how the Young Living skincare products and the makeup is like it's so pH balanced and is so in harmony with your skin and so light, but yet nurturing. And of course, the Savvy number, it has essential oils in at least some of them, which and it's just small amounts, and it really makes a difference. So that's just my own, you know, and I'm not a makeup person, but I love the Savvy. And especially as I get older, I don't particularly want to look like really, you know, really old. So, so, so it kind of helps smooth everything out a little bit. You know? So.
We need to follow all of Heeson's beauty tips then to not look old ever.
Yes. So Heeson, you want to dive in and share, because you're like definitely gorgeous.
Oh no, don't put me on the spot because I'm already super nervous about doing this demo. But what I said in the chat was for anybody who tries mineral makeup for the first time, I would always apply primer on the skin first before applying any makeup. So that's really important because your skin might not be used to mineral makeup in general, right?
What do you mean by primer?
So Young Living has an amazing primer. This is what it looks like. And that primes your skin and helps kind of keep the makeup on all day long without it, like, you know, when you get oily skin and if you don't put primer, it'll like kind of rub away like after a couple of hours. But if you put primer, it'll stay longer. So this is the matte primer, and there's other primers, but I use the mattifying because I have oily skin. And that'll, you know, give you like a nice healthy feel. And then when you because you have to remember with mineral makeup, you're going back to like the grassroots of cosmetics, which is how the ancient Egyptians used cosmetics. They ground up like gemstones and stones from the earth and made makeup. That's how Cleopatra made makeup. And since then, we've very far off, right, in modern day from that natural kind of makeup is we use synthetic chemicals now for the most part. So Savvy Minerals is going back to the root of makeup, right? What makeup was originally supposed to be, right? Which is made from natural things of the earth. And the natural things of the earth have an energy and a frequency, whereas chemicals and synthetics are dead. So when you put dead things on your face, the energy goes down. Your energy level also goes down because it's just like eating dead food. You feel dead. You eat live food, you feel energetic. So when you are using like ground stones, like Savvy Minerals goes back to like the roots of cosmetics, and your skin might not be used to it because your skin is used to chemicals and toxins and synthetics, and that's what it has adjusted to. And then all of a sudden now you're using natural stones and gems, your skin might go into a detox mode, right? So you might get like rashes and pimples because all the stuff from the toxins that had been used, and Peggy, I'm preaching to the choir about this, but all the toxins that we had used up to this point stay in the subdermal layers of your skin. And then when you use something natural, it's now pulling it out. So, you know, in the first like couple of times that you use mineral makeup, you have to kind of give your like a curve, a time for your skin to adjust to natural makeup. And the craziest thing me and Karen were talking about in the chat is I didn't actually realize how bad normal makeup was, because when I was using it, that's all I used for years and years and years. So my skin had adjusted to poison, basically. My body had adjusted to slowly being poisoned, and I didn't feel anything. But when I switched to Savvy Minerals and other natural makeups that are made from gemstones and fruits, and I used that for a couple of years. And then one day I found in my purse while I was traveling a Christian Dior foundation. And I used to love that foundation. It was like amazing. So it was in my purse and I was so tempted because I was going out with my girlfriends and I was like, let me use it. You know, it's like the spray foundation. I love that thing. So I put it on and it was the first time I tried regular makeup for like the first time in 3 years. And literally I got sick. I vomited. I got nauseous. I had a migraine for like 3 days. And that's really the moment that I realized how bad regular makeup is.
That's wild. And I think one way to prepare your skin for the mineral makeup is to switch to the Young Living Personal Care skin products, because those will help to start to detox your skin gently as you wash them. So I know. So I used the Art Skincare, which we talked about in one of our more recent dive deepers, for quite a number of years before the Savvy ever came out. So, and I wasn't really wearing much makeup, so I wasn't really applying much, toxic stuff, although not zero. But I think that really helped me make the transition and just be able to do the Savvy immediately. Plus, all the cleansing that we've talked about in our classes, liver cleansing, and, that all helps to, pull those toxins out. And just using drinking plenty of water with essential oils in them will help to detox. So I think everything that we talk about in these classes really works together in harmony, so that when we add something new like the Savvy Minerals, it can be really quite a smooth transition. But I'm glad you brought that up, because that's one thing that a lot of people experience when they switch to completely clean products that have essential oils in it, is all of a sudden they'll have breakouts. Oh my gosh, I'm allergic. No, you're just pulling the old toxic stuff out. And it just takes a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys want me to do the demo now or at the end?
Yeah, I want the demo. Is that okay with everyone? Like, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me I don't know what happened. I have to get back to speaker view.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right. Hopefully I don't make myself look like a clown.
Oh, stop it.
All right. So I have no makeup on, and at night, if you have good lighting, it's very forgiving. The LED lighting is very forgiving. So during the day, it's a little bit not as forgiving, but at night with really good LED lighting, this is like no makeup, right?
So
pretty
can
awesome.
you explain to us how LED makes us look different, and what you need to do differently in terms, if you're like going to be really have a lot of finesse with this, which I totally don't, but how does LED change the lighting?
So LED lighting works the best when you have no other lighting. So that's why during the day, it's not good to use LED lighting. During the day, you want to use natural lighting and find a spot in your home. If you teach a lot or you attend a lot of events online, you want to find natural lighting, which is really beautiful. I've gone through like the learning with you guys where we started off with really bad lighting, and now I'm looking at you guys and you all have really good lighting now. So I think you all know like how that works. And who was it? Jessica, who found that really natural lighting for her Facebook Lives. Mm-hmm. And that was gorgeous. So during the day, I would always do, natural lighting. And then at night, LED lighting works best when you have no other light. Mm-hmm. And it just it's so forgiving, because like, see how like I have like spots here and you can't even see them even though I have no makeup on. Mm-hmm. And it's very it creates like a radiance to your skin. It smooths out your skin, and it's just a very like flattering type of light when you're online. So the first product I'm gonna introduce is the Savvy Minerals Liquid Concealer, and that's the giveaway that we're doing. Here we go. This is the giveaway we're doing, and this color is medium 1. So it's much lighter than my skin tone, but I use it as a concealer. So with Young Living, with all their products, a little goes a long way. So you want to do like a light hand, right? A very light kind of hand. And you do like under with your dark circles, and then a little bit here, and then any spots that you want to cover, right? So if you have like here, like nose, like darkness here or here, you can cover that up like that.
So do you want it a lot lighter than your skin tone?
Just a little bit lighter.
Okay, because it
Yeah,
looks like really a lot lighter to me.
Yeah, and it's more like a highlighter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, liquid concealer is used by a lot of like professional makeup artists as a highlighter to highlight your eyes, like make your eyes pop and make and cover up your dark circles and dark spots, and then like make certain features that you want to highlight like pop. So that's what I'm doing. And because, you know, at night with the LED lighting, you don't really need anything else except for concealer. And that's actually very trendy too, is just to use concealer and then powder, and then you're done. So it has a different kind of feel and a different look than using foundation, right? Because when you do concealer and then just powder and then blush and liner or whatever, you have a much more natural look. Whereas with foundation, it's kind of like sometimes you can look overdone. So you just blend this in, and you can see the Savvy Minerals, the spray, which activates the all-purpose, the multitasker for eyeliner. You just spray the sponge with it, and then you just blend it in like this. And you can highlight like all the areas that you wanna like accentuate, right? So I always accentuate my eyes so that my eyes pop. And I'm gonna try to do
I know Young Living has a sponge, but like are there different, I know there's different quality of brushes, but sponges, like could you get one at Marshall's or?
I wouldn't, because it probably has BPA's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your sponge?
This one was like a free giveaway, but I used the Young Living one too. I just couldn't find it. And I use all of Young Living's brushes too, because they're natural and vegan. But so you just blend this in, right? And it highlights like it makes your eyes pop and everything. And then you can put like a powder, you know, you can do like a translucent powder to do that. The brushes are really amazing to kind of like smooth everything out. But at night, like literally at night with LED lighting, I don't do anything but concealer for my foundation.
Wow.
And then let me just lower the light. The lighting somehow got like more bright. Okay, there we go. So you can see it better, right? You can see it better now. So see how it like highlights my eyes and
wow.
I would have never thought to use concealer as like a light foundation. That's so smart.
Yeah, it's really cool, because then you just highlight the areas you need, and you don't need any like heavy coverage when you have like really good LED lighting. So invest in LED lighting if you're an online instructor. It's really important. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is the multitasker. It's amazing. This is like you must have, right, in Young Living. And I think Katie's going to talk about this more later, but I'm just going to show you how it works. So it's a powder, and I like the dark brown, and you just put a little bit of the powder like this into the cap, or a deeper container if you don't want it to like splash everywhere. And then you take the spray and you spray it, right? So it becomes liquid like that. And this spray is amazing, guys. It has rose in it.
Mm.
And then you take any like liquid liner brush, or you can use the Young Living brush that's designated for the eyeliner, and you just mix it around. And when you mix it around, you want to like, I learned this from Bob Ross. You spin it, showing how much of a dinosaur I am. You spin it like this. So instead of like stroking it, you spin it to load the brush, and then, all right, here we go. Wish me luck. All right, so the reason why I like this so much is because it's so easy, and I really don't have time to be good at eyeliner. I need to like be on the run. So if this has to take longer than, if putting on eyeliner has to take more than 5 minutes for me, I'm not gonna do it because I really don't have time for it. So that's what I love
I'm
about
amazed. That is so cool. So this is multitasker and it's a
Mhm.
powder and then the spray made it liquid.
Yep.
Wow.
And
Cool.
look at it, but the reason why I
You look
love it
so
is because
exotic now.
how long did that take, right? And even if you don't have a steady hand and you're not good at eyeliner, it is so forgiving. Like it gives you a lot of leeway. Like it'll still look good even if you're horrible at putting eyeliner. Because like I'm not even using a mirror right now. I'm using like the screen, which is really scary, but you know, that's how amazing this is. And so, and then you can go back and do your wings. It's just like so easy. See? And then the cool thing about
That's
it is,
amazing.
do you like it? It's great.
Mhm.
Yes, it's fabulous.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. So the other thing that's really cool is that now you can use what's left over and do your eyebrows. So you take a brush and then you take, a little goes a long way, guys. Use a light hand. If you do a heavy hand with this stuff, you're gonna look like a clown. So like light hand and light strokes. You're gonna do light strokes like Bob Ross. And that's why I like this multitasker, because I don't have to like spend a million years doing makeup. I just, everything happens at once for me. And then I'm like, 1, 2, 3, ready to go, right? But see like how amazing that is? Like I don't even have to be good at eyebrows. Like it just,
So if you were going to do just eyebrows, because sometimes for Zoom I do just eyebrows because my eyebrows are so light, would you make it wet or just the dry powder?
you can do both. You can do both,
Wow.
either or. But this one, I wanted to use what was left from the eyeliner. So I just dipped it
Yeah,
in
so
there.
it was like a little bit of the wet multitasker.
I think
Yeah.
it
And
gets
then-
darker. I think it's darker if it's wet, right? So I think maybe depending on the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
And you know, you can reuse this too, because after you close the cap, guess what? It dries, and then you can spray it again and use it again. So that's why I'm like, dude, this is amazing, because you don't have to like buy like 3 different things. You can, if you have time constraints or you're a mom or you're an entrepreneur and you're on the go, everything, you get everything in one. That's why it's called the multitasker. And Katie's probably going to talk about it later, but I also use it to the powder part. You dip it in and you cover up your missing hair so that you look younger, because if you cover up your missing hair, you look much younger. Like, you know, the little wisp baby hairs. So it's amazing. And you can cover up grays with this too. But moving on, I don't want to take all the time. I'm going to show you like the lollipop look with the lipstick. So I couldn't find my Savvy Minerals lipstick, so I'm just going to use any lipstick, but you just do the inside of your lips like that, like you just had a lollipop. And then you do this. Oh, this is my favorite product from Savvy Minerals. It's called Lip Lux. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called Lip Lux and it's clear. And what's really good about this product is that it hydrates your lips and it locks in your lip color for up to like 5 to 7 hours. So, and it hydrates. So,
I'm making a wish list here.
and you just seal it.
Write in the chat or somewhere or later what products you used, Heesan, for your part, just so if we forget later on. I'm tried to write some of them down, but just in case.
Sure, yeah. Do you guys like it? I'm done.
Beautiful.
It's
Amazing.
gorgeous. It's
Beautiful.
just so
Easy.
glamorous.
I feel like
That's
saying
amazing.
easy breezy.
Yeah, 5-minute face. Look at gorgeous.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna write it down, and then I think Katie is gonna be talking about more about the multitasker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
did.
guys.
Oh, that was wonderful. I think I'd like to just share while, if you don't mind, I'd like to share one of my favorite products, and I'm really not at all skilled, but that's why I love the Savvy Minerals, because you really don't need to be skilled. So I absolutely love the bronzers. I just love the bronzers. And I've never liked using foundation because it, like you said, Heesan, it looks overdone. And so my favorite, and I love how the Savvy just blends into your natural skin color. And so my favorite one is the Crowned All Over. I love this one. And it just, you know, and I'm over 60, quite a bit, a little bit, over 60. And when I hit 60, you know, my skin, you start getting a little bit of, you know, spots and just uneven look. And this just smooths everything out, and it's not heavy, and it's just very translucent. So, and I just kind of use it pretty much like a foundation. I guess I left my brushes, but I just take a brush and I just, and then if I want a little bit more color, I'll just put a little bit. And I just love this one. But the bronzers, and then they have one for, you know, if you're out in the sun a lot, summer love. But I love how the products just kind of blend very naturally and are very forgiving in how you use them. So I just wanted to share that.
That color is amazing.
It's just really it works, you know. It
Yeah,
just
it's
works for
beautiful.
my skin, and I think it would work for a lot of people.
Which one do you have, Peggy?
The Crowned All Over, and that's the one it's most of the year around, except when I'm out in the sun a lot. It's perfect for me, and it just smooths it all out, and it doesn't cover, it just kind of smooths it out.
Yeah, that's the one I
my
use too. That color.
I think that
That's
would
my
be,
favorite one too.
yeah.
I have it right here.
Oh,
Mhm.
there you
The
are. Yeah, it's a really good color for, you know, a lot, you know, our kind of skin tone. So you want to tell us, Katie, about the multitasker and anything else?
Yeah. Yeah, Heesan said just about all of it already. She shared so much. The multitasker is most definitely my favorite Savvy product. So much so that the print is like all worn out off the top. And it also goes to show that I've had this for probably close to 2 years. Like, this is my only bottle. I have a backup because I assumed at some point I'd end up going through it quick, but this might even last me a lifetime. And I use it the most out of all the Savvy products. So I don't do makeup a lot. And, but if I had to pick anything at all, it would probably be mascara, so I don't look tired, because it kind of opens up my eyes, in my opinion. But then the second would be the multitasker, because it highlights, and it is such a multi-use. So I'm not sure which one Heesan was using. It kind of looked like the same as mine, the dark, which is the first one that we came out with, which is the most versatile. So Jen was right. If you wet it, it does get slightly darker, but
it also defines its use when you wet it. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did one eye. I did my left eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
It really
didn't
is different.
do my right eye, and I was late to the call to begin with. It's been a day and a half, but I quickly just did one eye, and I left this one to do with you guys. And I'm not even on my computer; I'm on my phone. So this is embarrassingly strange. And who knows?
Hey,
You might even see my
I can
those
tell
hairs.
your one eye has makeup, but
Yeah.
where did you put it?
I'm about to show you. So, Hisan,
Is it on your eyeliner?
yeah, exactly. So this is the tool that I use. This is the Savvy Minerals angle brush. Can you guys see the angle on it?
Mm-hmm.
Again, the natural bristles, and this is called the Savvy Minerals eyeliner brush. It's dual tipped. So it has this tip that I barely ever use because I'm lazy and I do like a one and done. This end right here is invaluable. So I think the brush really matters. And what I do is I do my makeup over the sink and I run the brush gently under the faucet. So I wet the brush. I don't wet the cap, but you certainly can, of course, like Hisan was explaining. So then when my brush is wet from under the sink, right, I kind of get the excess off of it because I don't want it dripping, you know, I get the excess off. So it's just the right amount of wet. And then what you see on the cap of my multitasker is just the fact that it has been dabbed with the wet tip of my brush. And then when I'm done with what I'm about to show you I'm going to do, obviously I close it and I put it back in my makeup bag. So from this being damp, I then have multitasker set already in the cap for next time. Does that make sense? Like that's how little you need. And it just transfers right from the jar, like back onto the lid. So after this is wet, so I'll pretend like I'm running it. I actually should have had water here. Oh well, I'll wash it after this. Safe enough, you can eat it.
You
I'll
are such a
watch-
mom.
Hey, we do what we got to do, right?
Mhm.
Would you ever put like toxic makeup like in your mouth like that? Never would. Anyway, so I'm dabbing the lid. See, see how it's damp and I'm just getting it off the lid. You don't have to do that. So I'm going to go right to my eyebrows. And I define my brows with, this is like so awkward because it's not the mirror. But when this is even a little bit more wet, like Hisan was saying, it's very forgiving in your motion, but it's fluid as well. And it's like velvety. And I don't even have that much on my brush. So I feel like for someone extremely inexperienced who doesn't have the best shaped brows to begin with, like I don't have that like gorgeous natural arch or whatever, but every time I use this, I feel like I can achieve that fluid motion mostly because of the quality of the product and the angle of the brush. Does that make sense? So there I've done the other one and I can't see very well, but if it's even more wet, then you can kind of get more of that silky arch, kind of the way that Hisan was doing that cat eye. You know what I mean? So it's very versatile in the way that you use it too. You can use it like chalky and powdery if you want more and like dry and wispy, or you can wet it and then you can wet it ever so slightly, or you can wet your tool even more so to get more of a heavy kind of a line. So then I'll just keep going. Like I'll go back to my lid and I'll dab like a little bit more. And then I will, gosh, I really can't see. I'll just make it my liner, you know, just to like enhance the roots. And I'll go on top too. And maybe I'll dip it under the sink again and get off the excess. See how now my other eye is just more opened? And I only used what was transferred over to the wet cap from the last time I used it. So then the last thing I'll do, yeah, it's incredible. Like, I don't know, I forget, I used to use eye pencils from Bobbi Brown before I switched to Savvy, or even MAC makeup, like the most toxic one out there. And I barely ever put, like, so bad, right? But I was also like, I had an embarrassing stash of crusty old makeup because I barely ever used it, that it was like probably just all expired to begin with. But my other favorite way to use the multitasker, and I was going to share with you guys that you can cover up your grays, like Hisan said, which you can definitely do. You can take whatever's left over on your brush, or you can take an old foundation brush and you can dab the lid of your multitasker and kind of go around in your roots. But I add, I'd say maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon to this. I'm sorry, 1/8 of a teaspoon of the multitasker to my dry shampoo recipe. That way my dry shampoo is tinted just perfectly to match my hair color. So that's a really awesome tip that I have loved doing. So I'll share with you guys however much you want to make of dry shampoo. Like, you could get a jar, you know, empty jar container. Sorry for the noise, but this is an extra one of the one that I use. Could kind of see what size this is. I'd say maybe this is 4 ounces. Right? Like a 4-ounce splash jar that has a wide mouth so that you can get a brush into it. And what I'll do is I'll put equal parts of arrowroot starch and the other ingredients, arrowroot starch and cocoa powder, just a little bit of cocoa powder. And then I'll add I'll add little by little the multitasker until I get the color that I feel like matches my hair the most. And shake, shake, shake really good. Add a few drops of rosemary essential oil and a few drops of cedarwood, because they're really good for hair growth and healthy scalp. And I'll mix really well, shake, shake, shake the jar. And I have an old foundation brush that I washed in Thieves Cleaner and rinsed really well and let it dry. And that's what I use to kind of, you know, pat the top of the homemade dry shampoo that I made. And then I kind of like, you know, tap it back on the lid, and then I separate, you go and you kind of separate your hair in pieces, and then you kind of run, you know what I mean? Like the foundation brush through. And it is, I'm not even kidding you, the best dry shampoo solution I have ever tried, and I've tried a lot. Those that have claimed to be natural, those that were most certainly not natural. They smelled horrible. They put a gross film on my hair, which the point of dry shampoo is to go an extra day or two without washing your hair. And when I put that stuff on, I felt like I could not wash my hair fast enough. But this DIY recipe costs pennies. And I use the multitasker, and there are different shades now for the multitasker. The dark, I think, is that the one you were using, Hisan? The dark was the first one that we came out with. There are different shades as well. So if you have red hair, you have friends with blonde hair, I don't really recommend adding any at all. Maybe just, you know, a dab, and mostly the arrowroot starch and the essential oils. But multitasker is amazing, absolutely amazing. The other thing I wanted to share, I don't know if anyone talked about it yet, but this is something I wasn't going to buy for myself because it just seemed like, oh, I don't really need that. But Savvy Minerals has a lip scrub, and it is awesome. It is a poppy seed and like Celtic sea salt, where, you know, Young Living is getting it amazingly sourced. But the lip scrub is awesome. I actually bought this because I was going to do like a fun giveaway with it. I was like, oh, I'm going to get something fun that most people don't order for themselves and do a giveaway. And then one day I was just so compelled to rip open the box and use it myself. And now I will always continue to buy it. So The lip scrub is awesome. It's exfoliating, but it's also moisturizing, so much so like a nourishing chapstick. So I don't even wipe it off. I use my fingers and I exfoliate my lips, and I kind of just take off the grit with my fingers. And then I'm left with like this beautiful, just natural, really nourishing feeling, not too thick, not too thin, not
Do
oddly
you do it in
dry.
the
sounds
shower or
delicious.
just, I know.
It's so good. In the shower?
Do you use it in
No.
the shower or just, no? Okay.
Uh-uh. No, it does. It tastes really good. It's very mild. It's not like strong peppermint or anything. I don't know. It's almost like mildly citrusy. I didn't look though on the box. What's
It looks
what's it made out
it
of?
looks like you could put it on like carrot cake.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. And then the mascara, you guys, not everyone loves, but that would be the finish to my eye because I have it on this eye, but I don't have this eye. And a tip that someone shared with me a long time ago, my cousin had a party at Bobby Brown's studio and we each had our makeup done by a professional artist. And she's like, if you get one of these, so you know what one of these are, just an eyelash crimper, it takes the volume up just by crimping, because what we're doing is obviously putting a crimp in the eyelash and kind of bending them to just flip upward to give the eye that more open and wide look. So it definitely does make a difference. These are like $3 at the pharmacy, or gosh, don't go to the pharmacy these days. Eek, go order on Amazon or I don't know, CVS, Instacart. Steer clear of that place. Can't even find Q-tips if you want. There's so much else going on there. Anyway, and then the mascara, I really like. Like my makeup face. I look like I have dentures.
You're so funny. So I love the mascara. As you're putting that on, I'll talk. I have like a really, like I have a phobia of eyes. I don't like my eyes being touched. I'd rather get a pap smear than an eye exam. So I'm really very scared when I put on mascara and eyeliner and that sort of thing. When I put on mascara, I don't know what it is, but it makes my eyes so tired. It like puts a weight on my eyelids that makes me so sleepy. And my eyes just feel so heavy. So I have a hard time wearing mascara, but I've never understood that about my eyes. But I can wear Young Living's mascara and it does not make me sleepy.
Yeah, it's pretty great stuff. Has lavender essential oil in it, which is really good for nourishing the eyelashes and helping them to grow. Mine I used for a little while, and then I felt like after a week or so, I felt like the product was getting like a little bit dry. So if you happen to feel that way about yours, what I did was I put 1 or 2 drops of V6 on like a plate, you know, like a ceramic kitchen plate, and 1 drop of lavender. And I kind of what his son was saying before, she was like rolling the brush in that. And then, so I did that. I rolled my brush in a drop of V6 and a drop of lavender, and I put it back in. And then I kind of like, you know how you kind of grind it around to mix it. And I pumped it once or twice, and then it was beautiful again after that. I don't know, I felt like maybe I let too much air in at first. It was a little bit dry. So thanks for letting me share with you guys. Again, the multitasker couldn't live without it.
Should
the
I
brush.
spin the wheel?
Yeah, let's do it. We're giving away the liquid concealer and the mic drop. Whoa.
All right, so I'll do the concealer first. It's spinning. Can you see it?
That's so cool.
JP.
Oh,
Yay!
congratulations. That's a big win.
What
Yay.
skin,
You want
JP, what skin tone do you have? Does it match is it lighter than my skin?
She said she's pretty fair.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, because this one's much lighter than my skin. Okay, great. Yay, congratulations.
So I wanted to talk about the lip glosses and the lipsticks. Savvy has 6 different lip gloss colors, and they are all infused with peppermint oil. So they give like a nice little plump, but they won't make your lips feel plump like all of those crazy plumping lip glosses out on the market that we do not want to be wearing. But this is my absolute favorite color. This is Maven. And then my other favorite is called Awaken, I believe. And these two, I feel like everybody can wear. They are gorgeous colors. The Awaken is just a really light blush, almost just gives a little bit of a shimmer. It's not clear like the Lip Lux, but if you can tell, it's just a very, very light pink and almost just adds like a nice shine. But the lip glosses are gorgeous. They stay on for several hours. They're not sticky. They just create a really nice shine on your lip. I can wear it for several sessions during the day, several hours on my Zoom calls, and I feel like it stays on. It's not sticky. It feels like really great. The peppermint is really faint. I almost don't even taste it. Maybe more so in the beginning. I've had these for a little while. They're amazing. And then the lipsticks that we have, I didn't grab mine from my purse and I forget what color. Oh no, maybe it's in my makeup bag. No, I forget what color I have, but they are infused. There's 4 different colors infused with cinnamon. And then there's a few different ones that you can still get that are, I don't know if they're fading them out, but they're infused with tangerine essential oil. And they are absolutely amazing. The colors of the lipsticks are, they have a few that are a little shiny and then a few that are a little bit more matte, but similar to the lip glosses, they stay on for a long time. And if you were here in the beginning of the call when I shared the stat about how many pounds of lip gloss, that lipstick the average woman eats in a year, you guys all will want to be switching over to Savvy lip gloss. If I wear anything during the day, it's lip gloss and mascara. So I actually still have the old, the original mascara, but they do have 2 new ones, the lengthening and the volumizing, that is on my next order. The volumizing is what I'm going to be getting. And I've heard that the new formula is really great. Is Wish a lip gloss color? Oh, sorry. So that's my favorite Savvy product. And I am going to, should I spin the wheel for the lip gloss, lipstick color?
Woohoo!
This wheel is just really fun to do. Oh shoot. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I want to do it live, but I can't see. Kim, you are the winner.
Oh, wow. Go, Kim.
Yay, Kim.
Kim
I don't know
wins
if
a
you guys can
lot.
even see that.
Kim always wins. You go, Kim.
Kim has the lucky winning genes. So Kim, you're gonna get a beautiful lipstick color in the mail. I know you work from home too, but you know, we can always look great on Zoom calls during the day, right? But does anybody else, I think we've all shared a little bit of our favorites. Does anybody?
I feel like Maida uses more Savvy than all of us. Maida, do you have any?
I was gonna talk about the liquid foundation.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I'll be really quick, and then we can hear if Maida has anything to say. Oh, could someone make me a host? Because I wanted to share something.
Peggy, yeah.
Am I host? Am I host can share?
Peggy's working.
No. Okay.
Not yet.
I had to jump off, and then
Now you
okay,
are.
here we go.
So I had to jump off and my internet was getting spotty. So I want to share this with you. So can you see this? The Savvy and Fitzpatrick scale.
Oh, that's good.
So this is how I matched my liquid foundation, and it worked great. So you want to use the Fitzpatrick scale to kind of find out what Roman numeral number you are. So let me see here if I could highlight it. So here is the Roman numerals. So if your skin burns very easily, you would be a 1. If it usually burns in the sun but has difficulty tanning, you're a 2. Skin will sometimes burn but will tan gradually, you're a 3. Skin will tan easily and rarely burn, you're a 4. Skin will tan without burning, you'll get a 5. And then skin never burns and will tan very quickly, you're a 6. So based on those numbers, I decided I was a 3. And so 3, I'm a natural beige, sand beige, honey, and then light 2 and medium 1, those are the concealer colors. So I would be safe, according to the Fitzpatrick scale, to pick any of those liquid foundations. But what I noticed was I thought that maybe I would be between a 2 and a 3. And I noticed that the natural beige was on 2 and it was also on 3. It was a recommendation for both. So I went with the natural beige because of that. So that's kind of how I worked out my coloring. But I thought this was really, really helpful for picking out your foundation. And then also, like Heesun mentioned, we want to make sure that your concealer is on the lighter side. So, you know, go with something that's a little lighter than what you would think it would be. So anyway, that's what I have, and I don't know how to stop sharing.
That's so important. That's so important, Jen, because you know that cliche where your face is like darker than your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
So if you didn't take a screenshot of the picture that I shared, no worries. I mean, there's a recording, but we also have it. Just search foundation in the Plus Oils group, and
Yeah, that
you'll
was
see
a
it
great
there too.
image. That's perfect for people deciding.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was really good.
Does anybody have other Savvy stuff that they love? Any colors? Or we didn't really talk about the eyeshadow palettes. Katie, I know, has one of the newer ones. Again, I'm kind of outdated with my Savvy. Last year they came out with so many new ones. I have one of the older palettes here, but because a little bit goes a long way, you can see I have literally had this 2 years. Is that bad? I don't know. I still use it.
No, I have the same one and I'm still using it. And I think
Yeah.
it's been longer than 2 years. But I noticed there's certain colors I use up a lot, which I've used up, like the light one, the highlighter. I've used that up. But
yep, these two I use a lot. The Ambition and the Elegant. But I mean, as you can see, a little bit goes a long way, and the colors are gorgeous. And I just want to give a little trick with the eyeshadow palettes. If you put on the lavender lip balm on your eyelid first and then the eyeshadow, it makes it like a little creamy, and you can rub it in and it lasts all day.
Oh, wow.
That lavender lip balm is the best $4 anybody will ever spend in Young Living. Just so you know, it's a cuticle cream. It's a bee sting healer. It's an eyeshadow.
I have a question. It looks like your eyelids are like mine, where like they kind of like, I don't know, they're big, right? So
yes, I have huge eyes. Thank you.
Yeah. So like my eyelids like fold. They like fold. They have like creases in them, right? So like sometimes I'll see my mineral eyeshadow will kind of like collect in the creases. Do you get that?
A little bit, but I actually think doing the lip balm on my eyelid helps. And then I kind of do it just
that's what I was
into
wondering.
Yeah, and I kind of do it up into that crease and then rub it in and then just put the powder above it without the lip balm.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
But
I
the
love how
new-
the colors really blend. I mean, they look, they end up going on much more muted and it
Mhm.
really blends with your skin tone. This is one that I bought more recently that I haven't even used yet
Oh, I was gonna
because
see if anyone had the new one to show. Those are beautiful colors. What palette is that one?
that's called, well, I'm not, let me see, Natural Quartz.
Okay.
Natural quartz, and the colors are blessed, petal, dragonfly, and bliss. And
Ooh.
I think the colors are really, I mean, I especially love this one, let me see, this one, and of course the blessed. This one looks more like I don't know, for me, looks more like it would be better on, for not eyes, but more for your,
Mhm.
the rest of your face. But I don't know, does has
palette.
anyone used this one before?
I
I
think
think I
Kate's
have
got
the
the
same
palette.
one, Peggy. Is it? I have Sahara Sunset. Well, mine's a little bit different.
Oh, can you show it?
Ooh, that's pretty too.
Here, listen, let me.
This is Sahara Sunset. It has Cloud9, Elite, Drift, and VIP. And I also have the Royal Winter, it's called, but I think my daughter Brooke has it upstairs in her little wooden vanity.
Oh, I think I wanted to get that one.
That one is so gorgeous. It has like a beautiful white highlighter
Uh-huh.
color in it. And then the other one, the Royal Winter, has almost like an azul, like
Yeah, I
blue.
remember saying that. That would be really pretty.
It's beautiful. But these are more everyday neutrals.
Uh-huh.
And the cool thing is that they're interchangeable as well. So, I mean, there's like if I was in a pinch and I was traveling and I wanted to minimize what I brought, I could use Drift in place of, a multitasker. In
Yeah.
a pinch, I could wet that angle brush and I could use that.
Mhm.
And then you could use other shades as well as a blush.
Mhm.
They're so beautiful. And I think without having toxic chemicals in our makeup, then it's really the chemicals and the pollutants in the makeup that go rancid.
Mhm.
Those awful petrochemical oils and things they put in there go rancid. But this is, like Kisan was saying, it's all natural from the earth. So the going rancid part will probably more so be bacterial. So like, don't lick your brushes every day like you saw me do.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I would obviously do some thieves cleaner on that, but mom's in a pinch, right?
But that's a good tip. I always clean my brushes with the thieves cleaner.
So are
Yeah.
there oils? This print is very small. Is there oils in the eyeshadow palettes?
I don't know. Let's see.
I don't think
Ingredients.
so. Smell it, Peggy.
Lavender
Smell it.
essential oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lavender
Oh,
essential
yeah,
oil
I
in
smell
here.
the lavender. Smell it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that would help preserve it as well, of course.
True. Every single shade has lavender essential oil in it.
Oh man, that smells so good.
Yeah.
Just on the website,
Really,
it looks like there's
really
those 3
clean.
new palettes. Mhm.
Really, really clean
All right.
ingredients.
So
Obviously.
who's excited for the spring launch?
So tell us about it.
Me.
Tell us
So
about
that
the
is
spring launch.
the 17th, and you have to register. I think is Young Living having? I think if you register, they're having a raffle. I think I heard. So, but anyway, regardless, make sure you're registered because they can't, they can't have like everyone on. You have to like kind of reserve your spot. So make sure you register. It's free to register. So you don't want to miss that on the 17th.
Okay.
And then we're having our next dive deeper in 2 weeks, so in 2 Tuesdays from now. And that's going to be spring into health. So it's going to be all different spring themed tips for Young Living healthy lifestyle. So it's a great beginner call. invite your friends and family. Definitely, this is a good one for people to be introduced. So get that news out there.
Okay.
Awesome. I
Thank
can't
you,
wait.
Jen.
Fun stuff.
So exciting.
Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you,
This
ladies.
was
Thank
so
you for your
good.
demo, Hisan. That was awesome.
Yes. Thank you,
This
Hisan.
was so
Thank
fun.
you, Katie.
Katie's too.
I added
Yeah,
so
it was
many
so
goodies
fun.
to my wish list.
Yeah. And that multitasker I have in my bag, now I'm gonna try it.
Now you
Someone
know all the
asked about the
tips.
lip color. About when I said my favorite is Wish, and it is the lipstick. The color is Wish, and that's what I have on right now. I don't
Oh,
know if you.
that's so pretty, Linda.
Well, you know, and it's so nice in the summertime because with a tan,
Yeah.
I'm out in the sun all the time being down here in Florida. And it just kind of gives your lips that nice glossy look. That's all without being really obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank
That's
you.
nice.
Yeah, it's really nice though. Yeah, thank you. This was fun. I'm sorry I came in late. I got a phone
Ah.
call.
Yeah, well, we recorded it, so yeah,
Great.
yeah. So you can check the part you missed later.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank
Yeah.
you, everyone. This was
Thank
so
you.
good.
Good night,
Mhm.
everyone.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
I have to go add to my
Bye.
order.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.